Okay, a very good morning to all respected chairperson and judges. Myself, Dr. Manish Prajapat, and I am going to present my topic, the presentation pattern of eyelid tumor in Northern India, a teaching hospital survey. I have no financial interest to disclose. As we all know, eyelid malignancy is a serious healthcare problem which can lead to loss of vision and life as well. Its presentation is delayed in India due to lack of awareness and health education. Sometimes late or misdiagnosis may result in decreased survival rate of the patient. Eyelid malignancy has multimodal treatment, including surgery, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, although surgical resection is the gold standard treatment. Our aims and objective of the studies were to determine the clinical pathological pattern, treatment outcome, and survival of the patients. It was a prospective interventional study with total 148 cases, including 62 malignant tumors. Ethical clearance given by the Institutional Ethical Committee. Our period of study was 3 years. All primary eyelid malignant tumor cases with their written and informed consent were included in our study, while our exclusion criteria were patients with secondary or distant metastasis in eye and orbit, or those patients who have histopathological unproven tumors, and patients who had follow-up period less than 6 months were excluded from our study. These are the parameters we studied, like demographic profile, clinical presentation, imaging finding, histopathological diagnosis, treatment evaluation. We observed in our study that we found slight female preponderance in our study with 61%, and rest were the male. Most of the eyelid malignant tumor were ulceranodular type, approx 60% cases, followed by nodular and ulcerative type of lesions. If we talk about distribution according to TNM staging, this was the various percentage according to their stages presented to us. And if we talk about histopathological type, we found the sebaceous gland carcinoma is the more prevalence in our study, which was 40%, followed by basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and malignant melanoma were the least. While in globally, other studies we found that basal cell carcinoma is the most common eyelid malignant tumor, followed by squamous cell carcinoma and sebaceous gland carcinoma. If we talk about site of origin, in eyelid malignancy cases, upper eyelid involved in around 48% cases, while lower eyelid involved in 35% cases, and both lid involved in 16% cases. Among the all eyelid malignancies, 50% cases were well differentiated histopathologically, while 37% cases were moderately differentiated and 13% cases were poorly differentiated. We used treatment modality including primary surgical excision in 62% cases, or neoadjuvant chemotherapy followed by surgery in 25% cases, and 5 to 6% cases treated with palliative. This is the example of sebaceous gland carcinoma well differentiated presented to this size of tumor, and we started neoadjuvant chemotherapy. So tumor size regressed to this one, and followed by surgical excision. This was the final outcome of the patient. Another example of poorly differentiated squamous cell carcinoma presented with the preauricular lymph node involvement. We started chemotherapy. Patient received 3 cycles of chemotherapy, responded partially. This is another example of sebaceous gland carcinoma, right eye upper lid, underwent primary surgical excision with cutlet beard surgery, and this was the final outcome of the patient. In our study, mean follow-up period was 14 months, 70% patients were cured, while 16% cases showed recurrence. In conclusion, early detection, wide surgical excision with tumor-free margin with appropriate lid reconstruction have been advocated. Use of neoadjuvant chemotherapy reduces the tumor bulk and allowing less extensive surgery, hence advice for advanced stages tumor. Early diagnosis of affected patient can markedly reduce morbidity, orbital invasion, and recurrence. So therefore, in our scenario, delayed presentation is the main cause which can lead to extensive lid carcinoma. So raising awareness and health education to patients as well as healthcare providers are highly recommended. And finally, thanks to our scientific committee for giving me this opportunity to present my topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Prajapat. If we have any questions. This is Dr. Usha. Just one question to Dr. Manish. Manish, that was a very good presentation. The
Thank you,
only
ma'am.
question I have is that last case you showed, no?
Yes, ma'am.
The tumor seemed to be very large, right? So the last patient which you showed, you did a good Cutler-Beer surgery, but was it
Yes, ma'am.
adequate clearance and follow-up?
Yes, ma'am. The patient were followed, and he has excellent. He saw excellent result with 2-stage Cutler-Beer surgery.
Yeah, but I thought it was more than two, the 3/4 were involved, right? So how was the
Yes,
excision
ma'am.
done in that particular case?
Ma'am, the tumor was excised fully with including tumor-free margins, and then lower lid was pulled and attached to the upper lid, and then sutured. And in stage 2, that suture was released. So, in 1 month post-operative period, the patient upper eyelid was formed uh, in this picture.
No, the only word of caution there would be follow-up because the tumor is really large and how much of clearance really matters. So your follow-up also should be, the duration should be adequate enough to justify that the patient is completely cured. And you should also do an analysis of the other systemic involvement as well. Okay. Thank you.
Manish, I have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
You presented very well, but I think
Thank you so much.
the conclusion you have said that early diagnosis was important. One of the conclusion you said.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I believe this was a retrospective study, right?
No, ma'am. It was a prospective study. The patient
Okay.
presented to us, and then we diagnosed the patient with histopathologically, and then treated
Okay.
accordingly.
So in this study, you tried to see these also, that which patients were detected early, and that was very much useful to the patient in this study, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Dr.
Thank you,
Manish.
Manish.
Dr. Manish,
Ye
nice
yes, sir.
presentation.
Thank
One
you, sir.
thing I just wanted to ask, in one case that you have shown sebaceous gland carcinoma where you had given neoadjuvant chemotherapy. So
Yes,
in
sir.
such cases, you also probably mentioned lymph node metastasis. Am I
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
So what action was taken to deal with the lymph node metastasis? And also, as Dr. Usha earlier suggested, that systemic screening and any other systemic metastasis, they should also have been mentioned in your.
Yes, sir. Actually, we examined the patient. If we found lymph node metastasis, then we also considered to the radiology department, and then the chemotherapy agents we use, like carboplatin and 5-fluorouracil, that was given, and then with the regression of the primary tumor, the lymph node also decreases in size with the chemotherapy, and then excision was done with the primary ocular tumors, and then patient also consulted with the radiotherapy department for systemic metastasis or lymph node involvement.
Thank you, Dr.